Don't touch your husband's phone. Don't try to get the password to his phone. I didn't see that from one person. I didn't see it for two people. It was more like it was a repeating comment. And I thought, is this a new thing? Is it a trending thing these days for everyone to just mind their business, and the same person you call your soulmate just be on their own? You don't have to touch their phones. I don't know, what is it with touching phones of someone that you're married to, of your soulmate? It's a major source of concern for me. So while scrolling through Facebook, I came across a post that made me to say, I'm going to bring this here on my channel and listen to what people that watch my videos or anyone that come across this video would have to say about it. This content creator just got married, and then she asked all her followers to give her just one tip or just one advice for her to make her marriage work. I wouldn't know what the intent of that was, possibly to just make light of it or even to get responses from people. But whatever the intent was, that's not for me to discuss. Why I brought it here was because of the type of responses I saw on that page. Whether it's for catching a cruise, whether the idea or the intent was just for fun, or even if it was serious, the advice, the tips that people dropped on that page were hilarious. Not just hilarious, some of them were outrageous. But there was one particular comment that stuck, that I got weary of. I wanted to know, is it a major thing? Not just one person, not two persons, not five persons. A lot of people kept commenting. They kept commenting in this line: don't touch your husband's phone. Don't try to get the password to his phone. I didn't see that from one person. I didn't see it for two people. It was more like it was a repeating comment. And I thought, is this a new thing? Is it a trending thing these days for everyone to just mind their business, and the same person you call your soulmate, the same person you're going to write this life with, would just be on their own? You don't have to touch their phones. I don't know, what is it with touching phones of your partner or of someone that you're married to, of your covenant partner, of your soulmate? It's a major source of concern for me. Well, that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. Welcome again on this channel. If this is your first time coming on, my name is Miversions, and here I share my perspectives and I bring other people here to share their insights on marriage, on love, on relationships, and on family. And today I'm going to be sharing 3 key things that has been making my marriage work for over a decade now. These are not the only things that have been making it work. I just feel in these 3 major areas, every other thing is embedded. And I am really going to appreciate if, while you're watching this video, you just pop in a comment of one major thing or two that has worked for you in your relationship or in your marriage. Even if you just got married today, or you got married 10, 20, 30, 50 years ago, which one thing has really made your marriage work? And also, what is that thing that has not made yours work? In the multitude of counsel, right, there is safety. Let's talk about it. What are these 3 things I want to share? It might just be things that you might consider or think of stop doing, or things you might start doing. What's this first thing you should stop doing or start doing? That first thing is complementing each other. Anytime I raise this point of saying kind things to your spouse, of being affectionate, of speaking a love language of your spouse, or of complimenting your spouse, it sounds like a cliche. It sounds like, oh, that's what everybody say. It sounds like it's not very doable. If your relationship has been working, this might not be a big deal to you. But the truth is that If you're not intentional about improving on your marriage as the day goes, simple things like this slowly becomes a Herculean task. If you're married, I want you to ask yourself, when was that last time I went out of my way to say, honey, I would always say, what pet name are you using for your spouse? What's that way you call your spouse that any other person in the whole world cannot call them? It starts from there. It might be very someone has told me that it's really childish, but if you say loving my spouse is childish, then I don't want to grow old. Oh, that line is rhyming. If you say loving my spouse is being childish, then I don't want to grow old. That's a quote, maybe version until 2025. Anyway, let me come back. I feel complimenting your spouse is something we should always try to work on, always try to improve on. It's a deliberate one because life happens, kids come in the way, work comes, career, business, toughness of life comes. Illness happen, there's loss of job, sometimes there's loss of affection. You're trying to find what is that one thing that brought you together as a couple, and you're trying to find those things. It starts with those simple things. The truth is that what makes marriage work, or what makes these relationships work, are not major things. You don't have to build a house, you don't have to buy a car, you don't have to do those major things. What makes it work each day and makes it keep growing are those little things that maybe you stopped doing after you got married, or maybe you should start doing since after you got married. When was the last time you said, you look good, I love you, I'm so happy I got married to you? And not just because they just did something really nice, just out of the blue say, I'm proud to be your spouse, I'm proud to be your wife, I'm proud to be your husband. So complimenting each other, never allowing familiarity to come in between two of you, which is very easy because this person, their downfalls, what they're not doing well. Now you know their weaknesses, what they're not doing right. People out there see, oh, this person that is smart, this person is so spot on, this person is a boss, so career driven, but their weak points, what they're not doing right, everything about them. So it's so easy to be familiar. It's so easy to say, oh, you're a dreamer, you always dream, you're not good at this, you're not good at your finances. It's always easy, but you have to keep checking it to say, I have to be this person's cheerleader. I have to keep cheering my spouse on. I have to keep believing in him. I have to be there irrespective of what happens. I have to still give this person maximum respect, no matter how much I have invested, or no matter how much it's been kicked back at me. So keep complimenting your spouse is the first thing I'll say. The second one is keep spending quality time. Show me a couple or show me a marriage that is working, and most likely I am seeing a couple who goes out of their way to spend time with each other, who cancels on some appointments just to make sure they are there for their spouses. It is something that has worked for me over the years, spending quality time, intentionally saying, this time is not for anybody else, this time is for my spouse. It can be tiring going to work every day, and at the end of the day, you just want to sleep without checking up on the other person. But making it a habit, it's now a habit that after every day's work, at the end of every day, I'd have to check up on my husband to say, how did work go today? How was it? Even though we talked during the day, or maybe we checked up on ourselves during work time. And that's when you just start downloading, because I feel that is part of what marriage is, that you have someone to offload to, you have someone to just rant to someone that will be there as a succor, that will provide succor, that will provide a shoulder to lean on, that will provide an emotional support. That is very key, because I found out that when you keep creating that quality time for each other, there's less possibility or less time for conflict. You are able to resolve some conflicts. You're able to talk to yourselves about your future, about things that didn't work well, about those that worked well, about your dreams. It helps you know yourself more. It helps you to get more in sync with each other. Doing life together is not the same as enjoying life together. Enjoy your time together. Don't wait till you have a lot of money to travel to one Bahamas, to travel to all the expensive places that is on your wish list or your travel list. Make those conscious decision or those conscious steps to spend time together while your wife or while your husband is at the kitchen cooking, while they're doing the laundry. Just drop the device down and go talk about things, gossip on something, just make light of the situation. If you can take a walk together, possibly where you would have taken a drive or just drive to, you might just decide to walk there. Those are some simple ways of spending quality time together. Trust me, it works. The last or the third thing I'm going to share is praying and checking on yourselves spiritually. Praying together, checking up on yourself spiritually. I'm sure you agree with me. There are so many other things that are embedded in this whole talk. But let me just wrap it up by saying that if you're married and you don't pray with your spouse, like together, not praying, you pray on your own, I pray on my own, we meet somewhere, but having that time, no matter how short the duration is, to say we come together and we are agreeing in faith, there's a lot you're losing. There's a lot you're not you're not thinking about. There's a lot of goodies in this thing called marriage that you're not tapping into. So I'm going to challenge you. Check up on yourself spiritually. One good question to ask yourself is, what's God showing you lately? What are you thinking about this? Because I remember so many times I just tell my husband, I've not read my Bible today, or it's been a few days now. I've not been able to have a good time to study the word, and it's already affecting me. And then he shares, and then we talk about it. Those moments, just revive my spirit. And I think that's what the Bible said when it says, two together, one sharpens the other. It's very imperative. And what's more to do with marriage than you really sinking in the spirit realm, being a force to reckon with, being a foundational support or a fundamental support to yourselves in prayers and checking up on yourself spiritually. Remember, as I always say on this channel, love alone cannot make your marriage work. If your spouse is not obedient or is not disciplined enough not to sin against God, then they can be too loyal to you, not to cheat or not to betray you. Their first allegiance must be to God, and that's when you'll be sure that then they will be loyal to you. So pray with your spouse today. Check up on them spiritually, compliment each other, spend quality time together. If you're watching this video and something resonates with you or you feel differently, let me hear your opinion. But before then, please, can you pop in a tip, something that's worked for you or something that has not worked for you, or something you did that really impacted on your marriage, maybe negatively or positively? I want to hear from you, and someone else will be reading your comments. If you watch this video till now, I'm very sure that this next video that will pop on your screen will be very interesting to you. Check it out, and I'm going to see you right there.